series, who, by the way, who put this series together? It's our very own Maritza. So let's shout her out. What I want folks to know is that people who look like you are doing some really interesting things in the federal government, in the State Department. It's easy, I think, for us to focus on foreign service officers, right? It's what we do. We talk, and it's policy, but this is only a portion. It's a slice of
Playa del Carmen area. About 9 million American tourists that come pre-pandemic to the peninsula to visit. And so they'll lose passports, they'll have issues, they'll get robbed, so you have to support those American citizens that are traveling here. But there's an important community also of Americans who are resident here. And so some have moved here actually during the pandemic and become, digital nomads. So what are the services they need? So figuring that out for the consulate is a really important part of what we do, and providing service to all citizens, whether it's something from a lost passport to repatriation of remains should they happen to pass away overseas, fits into all the things that we do as a consulate and the consular services that we provide here.
Thank you so much, Diplomat and you too. This is a great segue into formally introducing our consular diplomat, Marwa Zini, who currently serves as the visa chief in the Consulate General in Montreal, Canada. She has worked with the United States Department since 2007, serving in Mexico, the United Arab Emirates as a consular officer, and in DC as an early level career development officer. And she also served as a consular training instructor. So this is probably the best expert that we could bring on board for the consular cone. She's also worked as a consular chief in Algeria. And before joining the United States Department, Diplomat Zini worked as an attorney in Orlando, Florida. She is married and has one daughter. Welcome, Diplomat Zini. So we're talking about the journeys to becoming an FSO, and I see that you're an attorney like myself. So can you share with us your FSO journey from perhaps say pre-law or maybe before pre-law, all the way through your existing role as visa chief in the consulate in Montreal, Canada?
Definitely. Well, thank you for having me, first of all. So my journey is very unique. I would say it started in the embassy in London as a visa applicant. I actually my father had a PhD. He applied for a job in the United States. He got his PhD from Scotland. So I grew up in Scotland. And then he got this job offer. And the first step was to get a visa. And so we all dutifully went to the embassy in London to apply for his work visa. And we were accompanying him. And I was 18 at the time. And I remember that experience very well. I remember the interactions we had with the consular officer at the window and how pleasant that consular officer was. So that was my first interaction with the state.
For it necessarily, but you certainly can prepare, one, by understanding how it's structured and why is the State Department asking me these questions.
This is my 6th time taking the FSOT. What advice do you have for me to continue on this journey?
So I don't know what the
Botswana, Iraq, Eritrea, and Syria. Can you talk a little bit, and we'll start with you, Diplomat Natoma, talk about the importance of cultural competency and how has that been helpful for you being able to be open to working in diverse locations, geographic, political officer. What do you guys do? And then walk us through what does a day in the life look like?
A political officer is responsible for monitoring current events in the specific country or region or topic that they're covering and interpreting that information for Washington, as well as
is to promote the economic, commercial, and environmental policies of the United States and Cameroon. I spend most of that meeting with companies to promote U.S. commercial interests. Today, I met with representatives from the African Development Bank.
Question.
Yes, Adonis, I would like to thank you truly from the bottom of my heart of doing this. For the past year, I've been trying to find people of color who work for the Department of State, and I've been reaching out